the whole game. For them to come back by 18, it's going to change their game plan around a little bit. They're probably going to have to start throwing up some threes. I just don't see it happening.
I don't either. And now what happens is with Oak Harbor, again, I've watched them this year and then also last year, they start getting into this single, one-on-one dribble drive mentality, and that's honestly where they find some trouble.
Yeah, and that kind of happened in the last game.
Yep.
Took them out. When you get down like this, it completely changes your game plan around.
Turns to rat ball instead of team ball.
Yes.
8 minutes left to go to see who goes to regionals, guys.
Well, a good experience. I know Vader with foul trouble, but gets some nice time for Trey Chambers and Ty Chelsvik. Ramsey tries to get into Peterson, and Herron pokes it out. Dane Herron hanging on with 3 fouls for Oak Harbor, big number 1. Portman gets it into Peterson, back out to Chambers. Chambers tries to go to the basket. Almost gets it picked off, but keeps possession. Now settles it down outside. 7:45 left for Glacier Peak to hang on to head to regionals at Bellevue College. Great give and go.
Great play.
Definitely a setup play that time.
Gives 20 for Zach.
JoJo goes all the way, just hangs it off the rim, not gonna go. Chelsvik with a big rebound.
He got poked in the eye on it too.
Trey Chambers tries to go up high, denied.
Run and gun.
Yeah, see, you're noticing the game get a little sloppy.
Ty pokes it out.
Completely different game plan.
Boy, that was good looking.
Yeah, I think Ty's got an eye injury there.
Yeah, he keeps looking at his eye there.
He got poked on that rebound.
Great give and go. Portman to Peterson as Drew Washington has a little floater down the lane. 9 points for Drew Washington.
Oak Harbor coming in a full court press here, Scott.
Peterson okay with the ball, takes good control, gets it to Portman. Finds a wide open Trey Chambers, who puts it in. 4 points for Chambers. Portman scrapping on the ground again, and Chambers, and he finishes!
And the foul. And boy, they're running away from, now they're up 47-25.
JoJo Webster, his 4th foul now. And Trey Chambers, good to see him finishing. Early in the year, got a lot of breakaways, couldn't finish.
Definitely did on that one.
Made a 3-point play out of that.
And he's 60% from the free throw line. A good shooter for Trey Chambers. 3 points the old-fashioned way. Peterson knocks that one out. They're going to call a foul.
I didn't see that. That's interesting.
Peterson fronting Herron. Looks like he got in front of him cleanly.
Well, Doug Miller called that from behind him. He couldn't see it. We could barely see that from here.
Interesting they called that one of all the stuff that's been going on tonight.
Yeah, except I think Doug and a couple of other guys are trying to tighten up a little bit here. So.
Dane takes a seat as he sits down. Only the 6th team foul for Glacier Peak. One more and they go into the 1-and-1. Drew Washington working it hard. Now he goes with a little right-hand hook, no good. Chambers with the rebound. Gonna slow it up. Peterson to Chelsvik. Chelsvik trying to take it deep. Underneath and a pretty under the basket.
Wow.
Conversion for Ty Chelsvik. His
a
first
highlight
2.
Play there.
Good to see the youngster Ty Chelsvik get in the meaningful minutes and make a bucket. Beautiful.
I'm going to give his parents a hard time about that one.
3 ball bounces out. Is it saved? Great save, but to Peterson. And now they're going to call a foul on Dylan Harris.
I think that's going to be his first foul.
Peterson on the line for a 1-and-1.
They're in the bonus, though. One more, and they're in the double bonus.
25-point lead with 5:38 to go. It's looking a little good here at this point. Keep up the same pace.
Anything can happen with 5:38, but they should hang on. Peterson.
Haler with the big rebound there.
Hanging on is the right word. You should play to win, not hang on.
Yeah. White off-ball call on, looks like, is that going to be on Poorman? Yep, on Mitchell.
Yes.
Poorman is third.
Oh, Doug Miller's found his whistle over there really good now.
Yes, as our good friend McLean says, the sheriff is getting going.
Sheriff needs more stats.
And Drew Washington puts that one in for his 10th point tonight. Still nowhere near his 15-point average. Can't get that to go. Chelswick with a good rebound. Ramsey now, but so these guys go back to Bellevue Community College, or Bellevue College, excuse me. Poorman on the upside. Peterson down low, little hook, no good. And he's going to call an offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
No way.
Wow.
Would have been the retirement party for JoJo Webster if he got that call.
Yeah. Everybody was moving underneath Zach on that.
They're going to
play.
take a timeout and talk about it here.
I think Doug Miller needs to swallow his whistle. That was definitely not a good call.
I didn't see it myself.
So if this goes as Glacier Peak fans plan, they will go on to meet, it looks like probably, what was he saying, Rainier Beach then at Bellevue College?
They're probably going to
maybe Franklin.
It's going to be either
Franklin.
Lakeside. It's going to be either Lakeside or Rainier Beach, and we get the loser.
Oh, we get the loser.
But either way, the losers rank. One of them's ranked number 1, one's ranked number 3 or 4, depending on which poll you look at. It's going to be. They're going to have their hands full no matter what happens tonight.
I agree, and that's the problem once you get to regionals. Last year we saw that at Bellevue College. We had that on this on the interwebs on STSPN. They got hammered by Rainier Beach.
Yeah, that'll be an early game. It's a 4 o'clock game at Bellevue College next Saturday. So.
Either way, they are in for a dogfight there.
Well, Rainier Beach ranked number 1 in the state, so it's kind of hard to fight.
And deserving of that ranking, too.
Lakeside, a very good team. I know they've beat Seattle Prep earlier in the year in a big game earlier. So guys in the white uniforms got the work cut out if they can hang on here. Chelswick with the steal. He got Poorman on his wing, going to try and take it himself. He lost the ball, and he converts. And nose for the ball.
They got to get that kid some more minutes.
He is showing off tonight. Inside, going up high with a nice, pretty shot for Gabe Groening.
He's got 6, I believe.
We can trade 2 for 2 the rest of the way out and make it easy.
4:35 left in this ball game. Peterson now from the right elbow. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Washington.
Peterson had a lane. He could have gone all the way.
If you love high school boys basketball, that one tipped. They're going to call Poorman for the foul, his 4th.
That's going to be his 4th, and he's going to get 3 shots on that.
Poorman got elbowed, and then he didn't get called, and then he got called for the foul on the block, trying to attempt a block shot.
Hunter kind of gave him a dirty look, and like, what the heck are you doing that for?
They have been playing physical all night. Drew hits the first one, 11 points now for Drew Washington.
Hunter doesn't want to take him out either.
Makes the second.
No, I'd leave him in, but
he's going to leave him in until
4th quarter. Haler's going to take a breather here. I like that Haler kid.
So did John McLean. We saw Haler last year. He loved him. He thought he had great potential, and he has improved this year. He's a senior. He's got some hops. Poorman now working on Washington, and he goes around, he pokes it out of bounds.
Kind of reached behind him, and sometimes they'll call you for a foul for that.
They have been John pushing, elbowing all night long. Poorman and Washington.
We got Vader back in for Chelswick.
Chelswick with some great minutes tonight. The junior, 4 points.
Had some good rebounds and a couple steals.
Poorman, ill-advised pass. Again, 19 on the shot clock. It'll retain possession for Glacier Peak. If you like high school boys basketball, stay tuned right here on STSPN. They'll have the championship district game between Stanwood and Montlake Terrace starting at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mitch dishes it to Peterson.
I think
Ramsey.
Washington blocked that.
Peterson had an easy layup that got blocked there. A little quicker off the...
Again, Oak Harbor, a tremendously great athletic team. They can put it all together. Again, great steal by Groening. Peterson hangs in there, but Herron gets the ball, and Gabe Groening will throw it in for Oak Harbor.
Glacier Peak's had their share of turnovers tonight, so they don't get any more. Up to their average, at least.
Oak Harbor Wildcats, 9th year for Coach Mike Washington. Gotten them to the playoffs in the districts.
Oh!
Vader with a pretty finish of his own.
Lays it up with his left hand.
Yeah, that was sweet.
5 points for Drew.
So he's been doing all year long.
Oh.
Wow, that was a long-range bomb. It got tipped.
You know what, Scott? He was probably 8 feet behind the three-point line on that. Ooh.
Vader takes it strong to the rim.
He's going a double bonus
I think that's going to be number 4 on Wall.
That's his 4th person.
Yeah, it's 4th. Now they got a lot of people in foul trouble.
Gonna have to empty out the bench.
Not a big problem. There's only 3 minutes left. They can play with 4 for a while.
Oh.
Vader missing that one. Usually very good, 62% from the line, almost 50% from the field goal percentage from the floor. Coach Brian Hunter taking his team for the 2nd year, looks like to the regionals.
And Coach Brian Hunter calls a timeout with his 25.
Not for the 2nd year. This is their...
No, the 2nd consecutive year. But they've gone to the playoffs 5 years in a row.
And
well, they've only been around for 5 years.
Well, the regionals. Have they gone to the regionals every single year?
Well, they've gone to state at least 3 years. The state they went the previous 2 years. They didn't go last year.
They did not go last year.
Because we covered that game.
We were there.
Yeah.
Bellevue College in the nosebleed.
We were way high above the court.
All by ourselves.
The previous 2 years before that, they wound up in the Tacoma Dome in the state tournament. So in Glacier Peak's 2nd year in existence, I think they took like 3rd in state, and then the next year they took like 4th, and it could be 4th and 5th or something of that nature, but did pretty well.
25 points here. I was looking at Coach Mike Washington there talking to his boys, and he seemed to just tell them, just go out there and play in control and take good shots. So he's kind of like resolved a little bit at this point.
He's conceded.
Well, pretty much, I think. 25 points in 3 minutes is pretty tough for
you couldn't get
NBA,
that. Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed our coverage here of Wesco 3A playoff basketball. Had a tremendous game last night, and the girls finds Selgren, the freshman. He's a good-looking player. He's got a bright future. Drew Vader coming the other way. And JoJo fighting hard. Gotta love the effort from the Wildcats here.
Wildcats are playing some tenacious D right now.
With 2:49 left in the ball game. And Drew Vader is going to be out.
He's pleading his case.
Yeah.
He thankfully didn't get a foul. JoJo's going to launch.
Air ball.
Selgren there for the rebound. Can't get that to go. Tipped by Rams.
And that one's going to...
That's going to go Glacier Peak's way.
Got to see Rams.
I thought that one was going to go the other way.
Full court press. Peterson now going to walk it up. Excited for these seniors on Glacier Peak. Peterson gets it lost, then he doesn't lead it. Now he gets it.
Gets tackled back court.
I think they're going to call that on Zach.
That's going to send him to the line. Silly foul, 2:26 left. It's going to go on JoJo, and that's going to do it for JoJo. His 2012-13 season is ended.
Double bonus here.
JoJo a senior. Last time he'll play high school basketball. Micah wanted to play football. Had a good year as a receiver.
We didn't get to see them this year.
They changed the division structure, and we did not see Oak Harbor.
Ty Chelzik's coming in for Drew Vader.
Drew Vader getting a nice applause from the Glacier Peak faithful. Not a big game for Drew, but did a good job. It got early foul trouble.
I think that's a good call by Coach Hunter. Take him out and to get him in there, leaving the foul out time.
Don't want any type of injuries in the kind of a junk moments. Pretty basket through the lane for Drew. 14 points for Drew Washington, right about his average.
Lazy defense by Drew there. Let him go by and slap at him.
Should use up all the shot clock now. 21 seconds left in the shot clock. Right under 2 minutes left in this consolation game here at the districts.
It looks like Oak Harbor is going to empty their bench here.
Washington goes up against Chelzik, and they're going to call Chelzik, and that draws a big smile by the junior.
I don't think he would have called it if it had gone in. He was standing there waiting to watch the ball fall.
It was
back.
a late call.
He just said, "Oh, I didn't go in. I guess I'll call it."
Looks like, it looks like you're going to send a whole bunch of fresh players in here.
Well,
Drew hits that, 15 points.
well, if you ever played ball and you were a young kid on the team, this is garbage time. This is when you get to go in.
Oh, yeah.
Nice for the senior as Peterson gets a big applause, and in comes Russell Anderson.
He's always a crowd favorite for Glacier Peak.
Kids love him. 16 for Drew Washington as he is going to have to now set his sights as he hits the bench for next year, his senior year.
He's going to be scary next year.
I agree. Big Nick Allen coming to the table. Luke Neal coming to the table. Bobby Brooks coming to the table. A minute 27 left. Hopefully get a dead ball to get these kids in. Porman now. And
timeout.
Looks like Brian Hunter
took a timeout. That's a good move. Get these players a minute or two.
Great move.
Yeah. So they're going to empty the bench here, Scott.
Sure, why not? Minute 22.
So check the schedule, WescoAthletics.com, also STSBN. See if we're going to have coverage for you for the regional game at Bellevue College next Saturday at 4 p.m.
And look, we got Nick Allen in the football. He's the wide receiver.
Big
came
Nick.
on strong at the end of the season.
Had some great plays, big receptions.
He had a dunk in the one of the games I was at this year. He had a nice dunk.
Yes. If you'd like to sponsor like Kathy Salvadolina, send an email to editor@snohomishtimes.com. Got some incredibly value-driven ad rates for you. We are getting tremendous viewership. 400 or 500 unique viewers a game, up to almost 1,000 earlier in the year, over 1,300 for football.
Had good viewership for wrestling.
140 first time out with no marketing. If you would like to be in front of many, many viewers across the internet, across the city, the country, the world, jot it down. Editor@snohomishtimes.com. Go to stsbn.com.
Nick Allen misses the first one.
Well, Scott was promoting. Nick got fouled on a little layup in there, and he didn't see that, but move this up to...
I got to pub the sponsorship, Ron.
That's good. We're back up to 20 points.
We got bills to pay.
Yeah.
Mouths to feed.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Oh, good rebound by Russell.
That was Anthony Stewart, a senior guard for Oak Harbor. Here comes Luke Neal. He finishes it.
He wasn't going to pass that ball.
The junior Luke Neal.
You don't pass in garbage time.
Yeah, you got to get that bucket when you can.
Ty Decker in.
You got to get on the stat sheet, man.
Gonna have to go to the extra rosters. Now Anthony Stewart with the ball for Oak Harbor. Lights it up. Cortez Risley not going to get it to go. Ty Deckwell with a rebound. Luke Neal with 33 seconds left to go loses it. Throws it up. Selgren does.
It's kind of comical out there.
Cortez.
Lots of misses. Ty Decla's got it.
Now Decla, 16 left to go. Seconds. Luke Neal will.
Just pass it around and end the game.
I like the name Ty Decla. Doesn't that sound cool?
It's a good
Ty
name.
Decla.
Trying to look for help. Overthrows. Big Nick has to go, and that'll do it. That was painful, but fun.
It was kind of fun seeing the guys that never get in. So Glacier Peak advances, ladies and gentlemen. They live another day. It's going to be tough, though, next week. It's going to be brutal.
They, again, are going to have a fantastic game. They're going to have to get big contribution by Vader and Porman and Rams and Peterson. Ramsey ends up with 15 points. Every point, I believe, was a three-pointer.
I think you're right. Yeah, definitely got to get that shooting percentage up if they're going to win that regional game next week for sure.
Peterson going to have to. I think he leads all scorers on the Glacier Peak size on my chart with 20 tonight.
Yep, I had him with 20.
And I lose my pen, but they're going to have to bring everything they got to upset either Lakeside or Rainier Beach.
Pick your poison. I guess I would pick Lakeside.
I would try and pick Lakeside. Yeah, if I was going to have
to. And it probably will be.